So it's kind of a combination of what I started last week and what I finished this week. I'm going to be going over the water feature design project that we had to do, and kind of go over the VizTerra model and also the different steps I took to design the water feature. So let's get into it. I've previously worked on a VizTerra model several weeks ago, a couple months ago, with lighting design, and so I did the same here with a water feature that I designed, and I kind of wanted to go for a more naturalistic look. It's also a very large water feature, but one that, you know, gives a more naturalistic look, and then has a nice pool at the bottom, not necessarily to swim in, but just maybe to have fish in, or just to be for decoration. So there's that. And you can see here, to hand draw what I put in VizTerra, there's a couple things we needed to do. We needed to have a plan view hand drawing, as well as a section elevation. So plan view is where you see it from top down, and you that's exactly what it is. You're viewing from top down. You see all the top layers and everything that goes on with the feature. The section elevation is where you take a slice of that and then you view it at a certain angle. You can see I took mine right down the middle of the fountain, and I was looking west of the feature. And the purpose of this is to kind of see the elevation changes within the design, because you can't really see that in the plan view because it's all flat, it's 2D. So section elevation kind of gives you perspective of what it's supposed to look like on the side. And so I used 3 30-second scale. So 3 30-seconds of an inch equals a foot on the scale. And in order to hand draw, I had to look at the VizTerra, and I had to get the scale and the footage, and then I had to draw it out. And I used a light table in order to see through my different drawings and kind of layer it on and then draw it correctly, because you can't draw it perfectly the first time. And so you have to do several revisions of it, several versions, in order to get it perfect. And then you can kind of see the final. I have the calculations of what pumps to use, how much gallons per hour it's going to be, the flow of the fountain, as well as the skimmer box to use. I ended up using an external filter because of how big I made my water feature. All the utility and solid pumps couldn't handle that much water at any given time, so an external pump was used, and I decided to go for either the Pond Technology EP75 or Pond Technology EP100 external pumps. The reason for that was that they met the criteria of being able to pump the water high enough to reach the top of the water feature, as well as pump enough in order to get the water actually filtered through the skimmer box, which had just a pad filter on it. You can see here I have things labeled on both of my designs in order to give the viewer a better understanding of what I intended for the water feature to be. So overall, the project was fun. We were able to put what we applied into practice, and we were able to design that. And although we're not designing this for anyone in particular, we're able to kind of practice those principles. Overall, it was fun, and it was kind of a short week because of the holiday. So that's pretty much all we did, is we just worked on that. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.